Hello, my front wheel skids, loyal Tottenham supporters, viewers, subscribers. Who's to blame? Who's to blame for all this 2-2 draw? If you go on any of the digital media platforms, they're all blaming certain players. Everyone's still having a pop at Richie. Everyone's still having a pop at Johnson, having a pop at Thomas Frank, saying he didn't know what he was doing. Why make them substitutions? Why was Vicario behind the line? I think the question is, why was Johnson marking Delight? I think Kevin Danso should have been marking Delight, to be honest with you. Why is it up to Johnson? He's not a defender. He's only there to help out. Who is to blame? Are you seeing cracks in Thomas Frank? Are you seeing strategic errors in Thomas Frank? Or are you seeing player errors? Then you've got a lot of people blaming the atmosphere in the ground from playing Barry Manilow shit. I don't know how they get away with playing that, and everyone's sitting there like, fucking, let's not get onto that. To the concourses where everyone goes to meet and then they get on the terrace and it's all quiet. Friend of mine sent me more videos from Tottenham. To be honest, I don't want to see no more. I don't want to see no more corporate wankers. Absolutely. He said it's filled with corporate wankers, content creators, digital media people. It's just one weird atmosphere at the stadium, and all sitting beside them is a Tottenham fan, and then you've got a corporate, then you've got a Tottenham fan, then you've got a corporate, then you've got 2 seats for it. He also sent me Manchester United supporters in the season ticket sections as well. Wow. Mind you, they was selling Manchester United tickets in the away section for £300 to £400. So it would have been cheaper to get your 60 quid membership and then buy a ticket off a season ticket. Person who was selling them. I'm just saying, that's 150 quid saved straight away. Who is to blame? I thought the game weren't too bad. I say that and I found it quite boring, to be honest with you. On a positive thing, it weren't too bad. I could see where some of our players were trying to do and trying to go. I think our defence is a big problem. I'm seeing big holes in this defence. Everyone says he's the defensive manager. I'm seeing big holes in this defence. I don't know whether anybody else is seeing these big holes where I'm seeing them. But last year, when everyone said, oh, you just got to knock it over the top and we're in shit, what's changed? What's really changed? People seem to be finding holes where they shouldn't be holes in our defence at home. Was it Vicario's fault? Was it all the defence's fault? I think they was piss poor today, the defence, to be honest with you. I know we've got some great defenders and some great players, but they seem to make silly mistakes. The midfield seems to make silly mistakes. The strikers and the wingers. So you can be negative all you want, but it's a team game. I don't think they've quite gelled together as a team under Thomas Frank. I thought they would have started gelling now. But 2-2 against the up-and-coming Manchester United squad that are on a roll, per se. They're on sort of... they're not on bad ground, are they, at the minute, Man United? And any team with Harry Maguire in it and Delight and Cunha and Bueno, they're not bad. They're not a bad little team. So we won't go that way and say, well, we should have won. That was a shit Man United. You can't say that. You can't say that. It's a game of football. Someone has to win, lose or draw. Today we drew at home. But who is to blame? All you subscribers and viewers, put in the comments, who do you think is to blame? What would you do that's any different to this? Seen so many people slaughtering Thomas Frank on X. These people are faceless. Faceless strategists who haven't got a clue about a game of football, to be honest with you. We'll have pundits, no doubt, telling us where we went wrong. And because they're pundits, they're not in the game. They don't affect nothing in the game. They're just pundits. All they're doing is affecting your mind and hoping you stay on their side. And they're good at wordsmithing, aren't they? A lot of them anyway. Personally, I think it was quite an even game. We deserved to win because we were playing at home. We should have got that as a win. That last goal, the last knock-ins, stupid error by the whole team. Not just one person, by the whole team. Because if they actually open their mouths before anything happens and tell people who to mark, where to go, who to do this, then maybe we would have had the players in the right positions. But as last year with Ange and the year before that, we've seemed to got a lot of people who don't like opening their mouths. Have you noticed? No one's shouting. No one's shouting. When you watch other teams playing a Premiership, a lot of them shout to each other, especially the class teams in the big top six. You can see them shouting to each other. They've got someone there who's shouting, who's looking, who's got a football mind shouting. But we haven't got that. They seem to, one person points that way, then he looks that way. And we've got a lot of ball watchers as well. Maybe that should be trained out of them. Because there's nothing worse than watching a ball. I don't know if you noticed today, we had a few ball watchers. And we've got a lot of players who haven't got consistency. Now we're in November, we can actually say about the consistency and talk about it, can't we? But you can put a negative spin on it, which you can do, because we are talking about consistency. Johnson, Porro, who else is not very consistent? I'd like to say it, but Van der Ven, great defender, some great tackles, but I'd like to see him more consistent. Let's put him in the other bracket, needs to be more consistent. The midfield section, Sarr, just be more consistent, mate. You can turn it on and turn it off. Why are they doing this? I'm not going to say anything about Paulinho. I think he's one of the only ones in that squad who gave us the competitive edge, especially in midfield. Was Bentancur playing today? If he was, I didn't even hear his name. Udogie, absolutely. He's okay, mate. He's okay. I'd put him in with the Van der Ven. Great player. Just 20% more would be nice out of you. Tell, just getting used to it. Simon's just getting used to the game. Mawani, what's Simon's playing? Do you see what? There's a lot of players who I'm thinking, was they playing today? Because I didn't hear them. Mawani, that's one player that a lot of people say to me, it is absolutely brilliant. You can see where he's coming from. And for the last sort of few games that he's been playing, other than the control, what he done the other day to help out the goal in the 4-0 one at Copenhagen, I think he's a bit quiet, a bit subdued. I'm not seeing what everyone else is seeing. Maybe I'm not looking at that part of the pitch when I'm watching the football. But there's a lot of players there that need to step up off the mark, especially in the defence. Romero needs to He's got this World Cup experience. Say something to someone. Shout out. Mean it. Kevin Danzo, the same. He's got a lot of experience in being a defender. But have you noticed, big old Kev, he don't like to kick the ball out too far. He always gives it away in the surrounding areas. I'm not being negative. I'm just saying what we're picking up on, being in November now. I know we've got a lot of injuries. We've got a lot of people coming back at the end of November, haven't we? Didn't enjoy the game today. Didn't enjoy it. You can take a positive that we didn't lose. There's a lot of negatives that could have been taken out of that game, and they probably have been by X, but they've turned it into something poison where they want someone to blame, and they go full pelt. I want to get that player out of our squad. I want to get that manager out of our squad. I want to get that one sold. We've got a lot of dead wood. I just want them to play better. I just want them to gel quicker, a lot more quicker. That's about it from me today. Because I really shouldn't do a video when because I'm fuming that we lost. I'm fuming about that last goal. Absolutely fuming. Someone shouted to Brennan Johnson to Mark Delight, and that's just the person who done that, the person who said to do that was the one in the wrong. Kevin Danzo should have been on him, or Van der Ven should have been on him. Bringing the goalkeeper up, they only done that just for numbers, just to make it more crowded in the box. He weren't going to do nothing. They didn't need to surround the goalkeeper. They was all in the middle, clumped in the middle, when a lot of them defenders should give each other a yard and a half in front, because they haven't got a lot of players in the box coming at them who can do something. They're just there for numbers to get in the way, yeah? So, say they got their 4 up front who can actually do something close quarters with a ball. Those are the ones you had to worry about. The rest of them didn't really have to worry about them. We've got some big guys in our squad. I'm fuming over that the last 2 minutes, last 5 minutes maybe fume. Think Richie put the mockers on us, takes the shirt off, acts flash, comes back on, and people thought they relaxed, like we thought we'd already won the game. No, don't ever win that. You don't ever win a football game till the whistle goes. Anyway, have a good one. Baked potato. Don't forget to cut your hair. And I'd like to know in the comments what you think. Who's to blame for all this? What players do you feel that ain't working at 90%? What players do you think are working at 50%? What players do you see that are just make your guts turn? I'd like to know, because I read X and I get told about other content creators, but I'd like to know what the subscribers and the viewers think, to be honest with you. I think you're more important. I think you're more free thinking and more critical minded to understand the game of football. And I know there's a few footballers that watch as well, so I'd like to know what you think. Oh well, we didn't lose, we drew, we got a point out of it. I think that was a deserved point as well, because if Man United would have won that game, they didn't deserve to win it, and I don't think we deserve to win it either. But being a Tottenham fan, I wanted us to win it. Take care.